Hello folks, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone is safe. Drink, caffeinated drink, water. Wow, it is extra windy tonight, what the hell? Yeah, I'm out a little bit later today because the neighbors were out and they were playing in the backyard with their kids, and figured, hey, I'll have a little bit of a dinner, wait for them to go back inside. So today I'll be smoking Rockey Patel Dark Dominican. So I guess this is from the Dominican Republic, and it is a Churchill. It's a strong cigar. I can smell it just by. Yeah, and this lighter, which is the Firebird 4, it's made by Calibra. Calibra's English company. It makes a quad burner, and I've had problem with this one from the beginning. I think it has a one-year warranty on it, which is already passed. The problem with this lighter is that it tends to get air into the lines. You can see that silver. I don't know if the camera picks up that silver tube in the middle. That's the line that picks up the fuel. Nice smooth draw. Yeah, the problem with a lot of the longer Churchill size cigar is, of course, your going to be your draw. So it's maybe one of the neighbor's dogs. And it is punched. One of the problems of when you punch a cigar, basically what you're doing is just removing the I guess the head wrapper. You're not removing anything else from the from the head of the cigar. And I find that sometimes it does create a rather bad draw. So I normally prefer to either do a guillotine cut or a V cut. Yeah, and if you do get punches, get the 7mm, which is the one that's the average size one, and then get the 11mm. And to my knowledge, the only companies that makes the big 11mm are is Cigar and damn, what's their name? Is Cigar and I don't want to forget. It's not Calibri. It's damn it. If I remember, I'll stick it on here. So I'll make this part of the video quick, and then I'll switch it over to the to anime, because I do have I'm trying to start a anime gaming channel, which I always wanted to do. I've done them, then I shut the channels down. Yeah, so basically what I've been saying, a lot of people have been saying, is that if we keep the economy shut down, eventually the supplies are going to run low, prices are going to go up, and I'm already seeing it. Prices of meat, specifically beef, vegetables, and fruits, prices have gone up. Specifically beef has gone up by about 3 times. So if you're able, of course, here in Texas, we are beef country, so beef here is I would think is a little bit cheaper than other parts of the country. But here, depending on the grade and the cut of ribeye that you buy, the lower cut of ribeye would I mean, it has less fat strips in it, so will be the lower cut. Run you about $13, and the higher cut, the one that has a lot of marbling. That's the word I was thinking. The one that has a lot of marbling, it will run you about $25 per steak. So something like, I don't know, $10-13 an ounce, or yeah, something like that. But yeah, but right now even the low grade ribeye, other cuts of meat like sirloin steaks, or steak cuts are running about 3 times. So a cheap $13 ribeye right now will run you about $25 to $30 per cut. And it's not that the supplies aren't there. The cattle's out there in the field. The problem is that there's no workers in the slaughterhouse. There's no workers in the processing house. There's no trucker to drive the supply from the processing house to the warehouse to the store. That's where the breakdown is happening. And same thing with fruits and vegetables. What we got right now is, of course, I don't know what it's called, picking season or harvesting. Yeah, right now it is harvesting season for certain crops, and they're not being harvested because, again, there's nobody working in the fields. Although a lot of crops these days can be picked by machines. The problem is that, of course, if you pick them by machines, it bruises the fruits and vegetables a lot more than hand pick. Hand picks is more, I guess, gentle to the fruit and vegetables. And I guess it's cheaper than buying a machine to pick your fruit and vegetables. But anyways, so even if the farmer has a machine to go pick his fruits and vegetables, it's going to be stored in his warehouse. Until he can ship it out until the economy reopens and he can ship his product. And I checked bread. Bread hasn't really gone up. Check milk. Milk is still about $5, at least where I'm at. Depending on the city you live in, the cost of living in your city. Your 1 gallon of milk where you live may cost $8-9, but where I live is about $5. Depending on the grade, if you buy the store brand, it'd be about $2.99. If you buy the name brand, it'd be about $5 or $5.99. So bread and milk is still around the same price. So of course, the folks in the liberal cities, California, liberal states, California, Michigans, and so on, their governors are talking about extending the lockdown, talking about arresting people for protesting protesting the lockdown. There's, I guess, a news about same thing. The governor in Hawaii was, I guess in Hawaii that the governor was even trying to pass some sort of a state law that said you can't go out and protest during a government mandated lockdown. And of course that is against the Constitution. You cannot imprison people for protesting. I guess you can still take. You can take people to jail if they're being a public nuisance. But technically, you still can't do that. Not a bad cigar. Nice, smooth draw. Again, my humidor. My big humidor. This came out of my big humidor. My I think there was a 250 count or maybe 300 count. My 300 count humidor, and the humidifier. Since it's so big, I have 2 humidifiers in there. One towards the bottom and one towards the top. And they were both sitting around. The top one, which is normally higher because vapor rises, was sitting around 68, and the one in the bottom was sitting around 63, which is fine, which is where cigars love being, because and it's also, this is a strong cigar. I can taste the bitterness. Yeah, Rockey Patels aren't bad. They're also not the best cigars you can buy, but they're also not the worst cigars you can buy. Darn it. Keep spilling the drink on myself. Yeah, so if you got your stick, enjoy your smoke. So I think the price of cigars are still around the same. Cigar makers aren't price gouging us cigar smokers. I need a haircut. Yeah, stay safe. Enjoy your stick. If you have a porch, most apartments will have a porch. One of the problems is that, of course, I was in this one apartment. I'm outside my porch, and I'm enjoying a cigar. And next thing you know, the neighbor next to me opens up his bedroom window. I guess he's sleeping around in the day. And I'm like, oh, screw him, man. And of course, the wind is blowing towards his apartment. And of course, as you know, cigar smokes are strong. Next thing you know, the guy sticks his head out, looks at me. I look at him. I sort of shrug, continue smoking. So it's up to him, because hey, I was outside smoking first, and we got central heating and AC in our house. And yeah, it was a nice day too, and I don't blame him for opening up his window, but if you don't like it, close the window. Yeah, and this was the asshole neighbor who called the cops on me too, so screw him. I was like, God, screw you, dude. I'm gonna keep smoking. Okay, I'll wrap this up here and I'll go on to the anime video. So again, stay safe. If you're in a red state, enjoy the reopening. Stores are now, at least here in Texas, stores are reopening. Restaurants are allowing people back inside to sit down and eat. And again, stores are reopening. I guess barbershops, salons, stuff are still closed. Because I guess in a barbershop, they got to get up, right next to you to cut your hair. Or if you're a lady, do your nails, do your lady's hair. Same thing with the barber; he has to get up on you to cut your hair. My thinking is, well, if you go to a barbershop or a salon, just make sure you wear a mask. Just make sure the barber or the stylist wears a mask, and you'll be good. As long as we don't get up and start kissing each other, I don't see any problem with this. So go ahead and reopen up. And of course, the biggest proponents for reopening up salons and stuff are women. They're the one that's yelling the loudest, and the guys are sort of like, well, my hair's long, I can wait another week or two, no big deal. So it's not the guys, it's the ladies, who are the ones who are yelling the loudest to get salons open, because I guess as it turns out, a lot of ladies don't know how to do their hair, their nails, or their makeup. So a lot of scruffy looking women walking around. But yeah, so yep, stay safe, enjoy a cigar. I guess while you can. So I don't know, maybe eventually the price may come to cigars too, and it's going to be because these are about $7 per stick, somewhere around there, $7-8 per stick. And I wouldn't pay more. I wouldn't pay more for that for this Rockey Patel Dark Dominican. Like I say, it is a good cigar. It's the biggest cigar than I would normally buy. But again, it was online. It was on sale. No, actually, it was on sale at the cigar store. I guess it was just it just came in. A whole batch of them just came in. So the store manager, and that's how it is with most stores too. When you get a new batch of anything comes in, they try to, and if it doesn't sell, or they're like, hey man, you sent us too much, so they put the item on sale. This was on sale for like 50% off. So I was like, hey, I'll grab me a pack, shoot, man. And the guy behind me was like, hey man, shoot, I'll take a pack too. So it was like a pack of 10. It was like 50% off. So it wasn't a bad deal, and the ash isn't bad either. The ash is a nice white ash, which means that this cigar came from a mineral-rich soil down there in the Dominican Republic, I think Dominican Republic's on an island, I think. Yeah, Dominican Republic is on an island, so yes, all those islands down there in the Caribbeans and in the Virgin Islands are all volcanic islands. So that would explain the. So this was probably grown in volcanic ash. So that explains the white ash. A lot of minerals. Well, that's it for this. You guys have a good one, and until next time.